When you think about farming, what's the first word that comes to mind? For a lot of people, it's production. But what if that's not the right way to think about it at all? Today, we're taking a look at La Collina del Sole, a farm in Italy that's rewriting the rules, built around a powerful idea, regeneration. We're going to see how they've created this incredible circle, giving back to the earth exactly what they take from it.
And that one sentence? It's the key to absolutely everything they do. This isn't just a catchy phrase for their website, it's the philosophy that guides every single decision they make. It's about shifting from the idea of just taking from the land to actually being in a partnership with it.
Okay, so to really get what they're doing, what this whole circular agriculture thing is all about, we've got to dig into this mindset shift first. It's about moving from a straight line to a perfect circle.
And here's the difference, right? It's two totally different ways of looking at the world. The old model, production, treats a farm kind of like a factory. It's linear. You put stuff in, maybe chemicals, and you take a product out. But regeneration, that sees the farm as a living, breathing ecosystem. It's a circular system where nothing is wasted. Everything just gets transformed and returned right back to where it started.
All right, so that's the big idea. But what does it actually look like on the ground? How do you put this philosophy to work every single day? Well, it doesn't start with planting or harvesting. It starts with the soil itself. Let's break down phase 1, nourishing and caring.
It all kicks off with two main things. First, you've got to feed the life you can't see, deep in the soil. And then, you've got to care for the life you can see, in this case, the olive trees. One is all about nutrition, the other is a ritual of care.
So that black gold they mentioned? It's basically worm castings. But listen, this is not your typical fertilizer. Think of it more like a shot of adrenaline for the soil. It's called a biological activator because it doesn't just add nutrients. It kickstarts that whole invisible world of microorganisms, bringing the soil back to life and restoring its natural fertility.
Next up, the olive trees. Pruning here is, well, it's more of an art form than just a chore. It's not about hacking away. Every single cut is deliberate, strategic. It's all about letting that beautiful Italian sunlight and fresh air get to every part of the tree. It's about setting it up for a healthy, vigorous season.
Okay, so you've carefully pruned the trees. Now what? You've got this big pile of branches. And this is where that circular idea really clicks into place. Phase 2 is all about recycling and protecting, about turning what you took from the trees into a gift you can give right back to the earth.
It boils down to two simple steps, recycling and protecting. And this is where you see what most people would just call waste get turned into something absolutely essential for the farm's health.
I mean, really picture it. A huge pile of branches after a long day of pruning. In a normal system, what is that? It's a problem, right? It's waste. It's something you have to figure out how to get rid of.
But not here. Here, that pile of branches is gold. It's a precious resource. They fire up a wood chipper, a biotrituratore, and transform that entire pile of waste into wood chips. The problem literally becomes the solution. And this is it. This is where the circle closes beautifully. These wood chips become a natural mulch, or pachamatura, that they spread around the base of the trees. It acts like a protective blanket for the soil, locking in moisture, and over time it slowly breaks down, feeding the earth. The source material calls it l'abbraccio della pachamatura, the embrace of the mulch. How perfect is that?
So, we've walked through the whole process, right? Nourish, care, recycle, and protect. But what's the big takeaway when you zoom out and look at the whole system working together? It's about something much bigger than just one good harvest. It's about building a future. And I think this quote just says it all. You see, this isn't a clever trick or some new technique. It's a deep commitment. It's a promise to work with nature on its own time to make sure this land is even more fertile, more alive for the generations that come next.
And that leaves us with a pretty big question, doesn't it? La Collina del Sole shows us how to close the loop by seeing waste as a resource. So, where else can we do that? In our homes? In our communities? In our industries? How can we all take this simple, powerful idea of regeneration and start building a more fertile future right where we stand?